Welcome to the Simply Incredible podcast. This is Daryl, a.k.a. The D. And over here we got Troy Jamney.
What's up?
And JPZ Inc.
I have the power.
Ooh, the power of Grayskull.
By the power of Grayskull.
So, today we're going to be talking about the top movies of 2016. And at the end, give us some comments. Let us know what your favorite comic book movies, what you're looking forward to for 2016.
Excellent.
And next week's podcast, so give y'all a little heads up ahead of time. Give us an idea of some of your top TV shows that you saw and the ending was horrible. Shows that got ruined by their endings, because there's a bunch of them. Let us know what you think on that.
Series that bombed at the end.
Yeah, I mean, there's some series out there we'll get to next week. There's my favorite series at the ending, just like, did y'all really just do that?
Yeah.
Why'd y'all waste my time at the end?
I tell you what, though, this year is going to be a fantastic year if you're a movie fan.
Mm-hmm.
So many good ones. Not just comic book movies, but sci-fi in general and
Yes.
action. It's going to be fantastic.
No doubt.
And the comic book movies, we're just doing comic book movies, and we're going to do them as release dates.
So what we're just going to do our 5 or 6 that we want to
We're
talk
going to run
about?
through them first, and then at the end, we'll give each one's top 5.
Gotcha.
Excellent.
And we start off with, on February 12th, one I'm really looking forward to, Deadpool.
Deadpool.
What you got?
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm pumped for that movie.
Yeah, I'll definitely see that one in the theater. It's going to be great.
Did you guys see the teaser, leaked footage? I mean, like a couple years ago now, when they had that thing with, just Deadpool jumping off the overpass.
The
and landing
CGI
in the
little
car.
mock-up. Yeah.
The one that is in the main trailer now. Did
Yeah.
you see that? Like, I guess it was almost 2 years ago.
I did not see that.
Yeah,
It was released 2 years ago, and people saw it, and I was like, if that's not real, who did that? Get them to do this movie.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be legit.
Really?
And it's been a couple years
Wow,
now.
I think
that long to get through the movie?
That's what I was just thinking, too.
Wow.
I think Ryan Reynolds was involved with that. That was kind of his pitch to make the movie.
Oh, wow. I would like to see what the background story, because normally to greenlight these things takes a long time, but to shoot footage that long ago and then now it's just being released, that seems a long time for a project like this.
Now, does anyone know that he always want to play this role?
Yeah.
Because I just assumed he would, because it just oozes Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, pretty much this movie happened because of him. He really pursued making this movie.
Good.
He campaigned for it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure.
And for me, the trailers, they're killing it. I mean, that one when he jumps over the car and shoots the 3 guys at once in the head.
Yeah, the effects look great.
Yeah.
Colossus looks awesome.
Yeah. I
Colossus-
finally saw that scene. Like,
He
that
looks better
great.
than any Colossus they've had in any X-Men movie ever.
Yes, no doubt. And they actually reference the rest of the X-Men. He's like, don't bring your little X-Men tactics over here. Or something like
That's
that.
awesome.
And he actually sounded Russian. He actually looked Russian.
Yeah.
And then his metal skin actually looked metal, not chrome.
Yeah, with the stripes,
it
like
looks
the
great.
comic book character.
Right,
Yeah.
and it looked a little bit like, so it had depth. It was a little dirty and stuff, like he'd been fighting. I thought that was really cool.
Now, I don't know anything about some of the other characters, like the Negasonic Teenage Warhead. I have no idea what that
I have
is.
no
I
idea.
have no clue.
No,
Not at all.
But the way that they look like they've mapped it out in that fight in the junkyard, it looked like fantastic. Maybe it looks like a junkyard because he's crashed all the cars. And stuff.
Yeah, right.
That's right, yeah.
That's what it looked like.
It's got Gina Carano in there, best looking MMA fighter there is.
Oh man, she's a hottie for
Yes.
sure.
I hope she never comes back to MMA.
I don't think she will.
Yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
think so.
I kept hearing about her talking last year, I think it was, talking about coming out of retirement to fight Ronda.
I don't believe
I
so.
sure hope not.
Could be just a big hype machine to take and bring her face back into the public eye. 'Cause
Nah, I think she talked about it recently. I mean, just the pay
She
difference
shouldn't.
is ridiculous. She
Yeah.
makes so much more acting.
Well, not only that, but you don't get punched in the face.
Yeah.
You don't, quote unquote, lose. I mean,
Yeah.
you're doing a job.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't see the point if she's done what she thought she was there to do, or if she thought, I have further to go.
I'm just going to say this. The Rock is going to be at WrestleMania. He might get punched in the face. That stuff is real.
I was like, where are you going with this?
Right.
Man, he might get suplexed.
Dude, I don't see that happening. Hey, what do you guys think? Normally, putting a rated R movie out there, a comic book movie, would be kind of like just killing the box office or the potential that it would draw in people.
You know,
I don't see this.
the only other R-rated one I know of is Thomas Jane's Punisher, and I love that movie.
Was that rated R?
I didn't even realize I was ready to
I
roll.
didn't either.
Oh, dude, he was shooting people all over the place.
Well, that don't mean nothing.
But this, I think it had to be rated R.
Now, I would say this
to do it justice.
Yeah.
I was at a comic book shop today, and there's some guys complaining that's going to be rated R, taking out a bunch of the audience, like a bunch of the kids. They can't go see it now. And to me, I'm like, this movie looks phenomenal. I think it's going to hit some serious highs.
Yeah, Deadpool's not a kid-friendly character anyway.
Right. And
you
could
my
make
nephew
him.
loves him.
Yeah, you could make him kid friendly, but he'd almost become, almost buffoonish.
Yeah.
A little bit like, I don't know if you guys remember Plastic Man, the cartoon back in the day.
Yeah, I do
but
remember him.
it was completely goofy.
Yeah.
I mean, and I hate to say it, but it also made it really forgettable.
Right.
Yeah.
And they could do that with him, but I do see them being able to take, if they wanted to, is take this into the animated world, and do something with it.
They could.
More kid friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think, just like Kick-Ass and a couple of the other, rated R comic book movies, I think that this will get legs to it just because they pulled the trigger and went for it.
Yeah, I believe so.
I'm excited.
And
for
I'll
it.
tell you what, I think it might actually help it. Help it and bring more adults to it. And I actually think it might bring more movies and make them jump to rated R as well to see, we can push that limit.
Possibly.
And I think now you got so much more potential to have that happen than you ever would have had back in the day. Back in the day, if you did something like that, they'd be like, well, who's going to see that? Is this, are they, like a horror movie? What is it? But
I just think that was only like 15 years ago.
oh man, blink your eyes. It was yesterday.
A lot has changed.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Ryan Reynolds, I think, is going to knock it out of the park. I think the costume looks awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Me too.
The cast of characters, the script and the dialogue already sounds good. Yeah, this one's on, a definite must-see for me.
Yeah,
Me too. Yep.
I mean, for me, I would go to IMAX for it because I think it's going to be that good, but some people may not want to do that.
I don't think it's going to be IMAX worthy for me.
I don't know, man. I've never, I hate to admit this, I've never been to an IMAX movie.
Let's go to Charlottesville. That's closer.
Is there one in Charlottesville?
Yeah, there is.
No.
I have not been to that one, so. But
Ooh, we could maybe work that out.
go Who's.
Go Who's? Go to Whoville.
Awesome.
Cool. Thumbs up on that one.
Yeah. Next, Batman versus Superman on March 25th.
Cannot wait.
Let me phrase it. Batman v Superman.
VV.
Yes. Dawn of Justice.
I tell you what, this one for years had, everybody talking that why don't they do this kind of a thing where they bring the superheroes together?
Yep.
And before the Avengers, it never happened.
Yep.
But DC kind of didn't have any choice. They're like, hey, if you want to play second fiddle forever, just keep doing what you're doing. What do you think about the storyline of them being against each other?
I like the idea of it.
Yep.
I mean, because I really like the way they had set it up in Superman.
Right, right.
I mean,
Man of Steel.
At the time, I didn't realize that's where they were going with it.
Right.
But when they showed that first trailer, I was like, okay, I like this. I
With
like
Bruce
where they're
Wayne
going.
running into
Yeah.
the destruction
And
that they
then
caused.
then they made more trailers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. When they first announced it, like 2 years ago, maybe at Comic-Con, I was super excited about it because, I knew a little bit about The Dark Knight Returns and they were going with that direction. I was like, okay. And just every trailer that's come out has gradually made me less and less excited about it.
I don't know. I don't feel that way. In fact, I actually think that I'm more excited about it. The one thing I had a problem with them releasing some of the trailers, it was like they were giving too much information away. Spoiler alert.
Yes, lots of spoilers.
If you watch it, you almost kind of got ticked off that they didn't get a spoiler alert.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute. If I'd have known that I was going to see that much of the movie, I wouldn't have watched it.
Yeah, me too.
You know?
I'm the same way.
J.J. Abrams was on Howard Stern, and they actually brought this up, and he even kind of shook his head in disbelief. He goes, I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah.
And if you look at J.J., the Star Wars preview, I mean, boy, they kept us in the shadows the whole time, at least with the first one. I think it was a mistake to show so much, but they are assuring us there's plenty other twists, turns, that they haven't shown us anything.
What about Lex? It was every time I see him in a trailer, I just shake my head and just feel bad.
I'll be honest, I think that was a terrible casting idea.
Yeah.
Except that I want to just smack him. In real life, if I saw him, I think I'd be annoyed, and I'd probably smack him. Doesn't he annoy you?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I mean, every movie I've seen him in, pretty much he's annoyed me.
I'll
You know what? Zombieland.
Dude, I was going to say
Yeah.
Zombieland was great.
Zombieland was great.
And you know what? I don't know if it's just the way that he played it or they directed it, but I didn't think he was, annoying at all.
Yeah.
In fact, it looked like that might be one of the guys who made it, man. Let's see what he would go through.
Right.
Just wanted some Twinkies. That's all. That's all the man wanted was some Twinkies.
All right, question. Ben Affleck is Batman.
Hate it.
Hate it still?
Still. I can't say everything I've seen, just nothing is getting me on board with this movie. I don't really like anything except Cavill as Superman. That's like the one thing. I don't like the way...
And I do think he played a really good Superman, too.
Dude, I think he looks awesome in this trailer, too.
But I don't like the cinematography, the way it looks like it's just all filmed in one room. The entire movie is cheap green screen.
So you're not a Zack Snyder fan?
I love 300, but other than that, not
Because
really.
300, I think, was filmed in one room.
Yeah.
One green room.
Yeah. But for a big superhero movie like this, nah, I don't like it.
I'll tell you what. I don't know. I don't see it. I'm digging it.
I mean, my opinion has gone up and down and down and up with Affleck. Because at first when I heard, I was like, oh, really, Affleck? Then I saw some of the trailers. I was like, oh, all right, you know what? You turned me. Then I see him again. I'm like, okay, maybe not.
Every intimidating I'm Batman moment that they've shown, I'm like, you're not doing anything for me, bro. You're not intimidating. You're Ben Affleck.
Dude, I don't agree with you at all. I think
This man is like, what, 6'5" or something like that?
He's huge.
Yeah.
He is huge. He's 6'5", and they say he's a big 6'5".
I mean,
he
then you
carries
got Michael Keaton. Was he like 5'10"?
If
Yeah. I mean, dude, he's a big, intimidating guy.
I'll tell you what, when Michael Keaton was cast as Batman, I remember being so ticked off. I was like, Mr. Mom?
Yep.
Mr. Mom is Batman. Dude, whose idea was this? And then I saw Tim Burton. I was like, I don't know who that knucklehead is, but I'm sure he's gonna have a short career.
Wrong on
So
2
much,
points.
so much did I know.
And I could eat my words. I said the same thing about Heath Ledger as Joker.
Yeah, I said that about
stand
Ledger as well.
I
Well,
could
dude,
not-
who didn't?
Yeah.
You know, Heath Ledger as a Joker.
Knight's
I was
Tale,
like,
man. Great movie, by the way. And I didn't think that could go to Joker. Like,
Exactly.
wow.
Yeah.
we talked about this,
Yeah.
but the reason that I said, wait a minute, he might be able to do something was on that movie Lord of Dogtown.
Yeah, you told us about that, yeah.
When I saw him do that, I said, okay, this guy's better than just the pretty face. Affleck, I think, is more than that. It's funny. I remember Matt Damon even made a comment, you know, I think it was on the Actors Studio, and he was talking about how he had started kind of seeking film work first, and Ben was his buddy and said, maybe I ought to do this. And he was trying to, you know, not talk him out of it, but he goes, now look, man, you got to be talented. You got to memorize your lines. You have to act. There's a craft to it. You can't just be another pretty face. You know, like he said, you always get the parts because you're a good-looking guy. After he did The Town,
Yeah, I thought it was a great movie.
I said, okay, that intensity he brought to that, I'm like, that he could do Batman. And he does look like Bruce Wayne would look. I mean, you know, even more than I think Christian Bale would.
I like the way they've got it as an older Batman.
Do you?
Not like a 25-year-old Batman.
Right.
Like, I'd say, what, upper 30s?
Yeah.
Maybe 40s?
Yeah.
Low 40s on that? I like that.
I'm excited. I don't think that's a bad casting choice, but I can see everybody being against it. But I swear, I hope he nails it and knocks it out of the park so people eat their words,
Yeah.
Josh.
And he's got at least one more movie after that as Batman.
No, he's got like 6, dude.
That
He's-
many?
Yeah.
Yes.
I knew he was directing some, but I didn't know if he was going to be acting in all of them as well.
I think DC has kind of got the same plan that Marvel does, like where they'll appear in each other's movies.
Right.
You know, like you'll see in Captain America, you know, a couple of the guys are going to take and make an appearance. I think Hulk is in the new Thor, you know.
Yes.
Ragnarok. So, you know, that's where they're...
Yeah, that's coming out next year.
Yeah. And Cavill, I love. I'm a fan of Zack Snyder. I loved him, especially Sucker Punch.
I really like that movie. A lot of people did not like that movie. I really liked
I
it.
really liked it. But it's not for everybody, and I
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah.
But I loved what I saw, the fight scene between Batman and Superman, just what they've shown. Like, he's pulling his utility belt gadgets out and really going to town on him. I'm like, okay, I'm watching.
See, I mean, everything I've seen about it, I'm still not impressed with Batman. So how much do I need to see before I can say I've truly given it a shot? Because
Yeah.
I've seen every trailer, every TV spot, and still nothing.
Still not your thing.
No.
What about the other superheroes in it? You got Wonder Woman, Flash, Aquaman. I think Flash, right? I
I've
know
heard-
Wonder Woman, Aquaman.
I've heard rumors of Flash.
Yeah. Put it this way, I'm a fan of the Flash TV show so much. I don't know why they don't do this. I would love them not to have separate universes. I would love the
Agreed.
Green Arrow. Stephen Amell, I think, does an awesome
Oh,
job
dude, he
on that
does a
show.
great job.
He does great. If he came in, I mean, just the, you know, gravitas that would add to everything, you know, when he goes back to TV, it's going to strengthen their brand.
Yeah.
Flash, same thing. You're going to take and push your brand even that much more. The new kid they've got, have you seen him? I think it's Ezra. I can't remember his last name.
I have not seen him.
Real thin kid. Looks like an incredible actor. In some of the other work I've heard of him. Worth giving a shot, though.
Okay.
But Jason Momoa, can't believe I almost didn't say anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's gonna be great.
Conan, come on, money. I'm there.
And what's her name?
Gail Gadot.
Gadot, something like that. Man.
Yeah, I mean, when I first heard that she was gonna be Wonder Woman, I was like, that's not good. And I saw the outfit for the first time in a picture a long time ago, and I was like, that picture, it doesn't look right at all. Because I'm used to Linda Carter.
Oh, dude,
with the red, white, and blue. And then when I saw the trailer with her, I was like, okay, you got me now.
Yeah.
I was like, she looks really good in that role.
Yeah, I'll agree there. She does impress me there.
You remember how thin she was in the Fast and Furious movies?
Yes.
That was the biggest concern I had.
That's exactly why I was saying that.
She was beautiful, but she looked like a European model, which is what she is.
Yeah.
And it was so thin. I was like, okay, she's beautiful,
How's
but
she
I don't
gonna be
know.
this big tough Amazon.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what, dude? I'm telling you what. You get a doctor and some roids in that chick, and she's gonna have some guns.
Yeah, but the line, I thought she was with you. Like, oh, dude.
Yeah, that was way too forced.
I loved it.
Another Affleck moment.
There was some cheese in there.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you. You guys are a lot harder on these movies than I am. If I've got a box of popcorn, my boy's sitting beside me, and we're watching this,
I'm excited
that's better than being at work.
It's not the movie I'm like, this is the movie, but it's a movie that definitely saying.
What about the guy at the end of the trailer that we see? Are y'all okay with talking about it?
Oh, being too much?
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
I'll talk about it,
They
it may or may not be Doomsday.
No, it's Doomsday. But
they've confirmed it.
They negated the whole.
What if they know?
They negated the whole Batman versus Superman because now we know that's conflict is over and now they're teaming up.
But you know what? I had no illusions that they were going to play this like an Elseworlds or a What If comic book and actually have them fight and have, a moment of defeat for either one of them or even the stalemate and then end the movie with them being against each other.
Yeah.
Batman versus Superman was going to be this huge thing where they had to be against each other until something was needed to bring them together.
Yeah.
I knew that they were going to do that. I knew they weren't going to go all Dark Knight. Too much money at stake.
Yeah, exactly. Next one, you kind of mentioned it, Captain America, Civil War.
This is the one I'm waiting for.
Dude, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. Out of all of the Marvel movies, I always try to figure out which one do I like the best.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which one of these characters or actors in the roles. And I'll tell you what, it's not easy because I love all of them. Mm-hmm. I think Hemsworth is an incredible Thor.
Yep.
I mean, almost
big dude.
and perfect. I mean, I'm sorry, you're going to go a long way to take and make a better, Thor than him.
Yeah.
Ruffalo's Hulk, I love.
Very good. Yeah.
He's the best one of the Hulk so far.
I don't think anybody.
Not Lou Ferrigno. Lou is always the best.
Lou's always number one. Yes. But Tony Stark. I mean, could you argue anybody else?
Yeah.
I just can't imagine anyone filling that role.
But Captain America, when he first got cast, I was like, I found a chink in their armor. I don't want Chris Evans as Captain America. He's a snarky, smart aleck. That's not Cap.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't have been more wrong.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's great.
He's probably my favorite. In fact, he's one of those guys that you're like, man, if you were like real and we had to go to war, yeah, dude, I'd follow you.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, because last thing I really remember him in before that, the Human Torch, Fantastic Four, and I was like, this guy? They want this guy? Now you see him, he's like, no one else can play that role.
No doubt.
Better than that.
What is your favorite Chris Evans movie outside of Captain America? Did you even have any that you dug?
I can't think of any.
Did you?
He had Push and Not Another Teen Movie, so I mean, really.
Push was actually pretty good. I mean,
they were okay.
It
wasn't great,
Yeah.
but at least it was like an unexpected like mutant story, you know?
Right.
Which I was like, oh wow, what did I trip on here?
But yeah, I didn't have like a favorite besides that.
Yeah.
But as soon as he started with the first Avenger, Captain America, the First Avenger, I was in right from the
I
beginning.
didn't like that movie.
I love that movie.
I love that movie.
I
too.
I mean, the second Captain America, I was like, this is the best Marvel movie that they've had. And to this day, I still think it's the best, which may change this year.
But you know what? I agree with you. But I love Captain America, the first Avenger.
Actually, there's a lot of CGI in it I didn't like, and other things I just didn't like in it.
I actually watched the first Avengers again last night with my son, and that's just such a good movie still.
Yeah.
That is solid, right?
And, besides, like, the fight at the end, which is what everybody thinks about, there's a lot of little subtle moments, especially with Captain America, where it's like, this dude is Captain America. Like, the helicarrier's going down. He has to help Tony Stark, like, pull this lever, or Tony's going to get shredded. Like, there's a dude with a gun, a semi-automatic gun on him, but he doesn't care. He's going to, like, get that lever.
I got to save this. Dude, he's the man, dude.
He's Captain America.
And I loved the CGI in the first Captain America when they did Skinny Steve.
Yeah.
Because I kept wondering, I was like, what are they going to do? Are they going to play it, cheap and have him kind of shrug his shoulders and, hunch? No, man.
I mean, that part was by far my favorite part of the entire movie.
That was cool, yeah.
Unreal.
I mean, that transformation, amazing.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's the best thing about Captain America is that they never make him like Hulk is strongest there is.
Uh-huh.
That's Hulk's thing. That's not Cap's thing. As strong as he is, as athletic and perfect, representation of human potential, he's fighting like, aliens and gods from Asgard. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But his power is that I could do this all day.
Oh, yeah.
That's
like in the
awesome.
trailer for this movie, he's got one hand on the heliport and the other hand with a helicopter.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
That was phenomenal.
He's like the most uncorruptible character in all of comics, even more than Batman, I'd say.
I would say even more than Batman. In fact, I love that line in Braveheart when they said, look, when Robert the Bruce was talking to his dad who had leprosy, and he was trying to argue with his dad, like, hey, we can't take and assassinate this guy. Look at him. He's incredible. And he goes, well, he's an uncompromising man. Yeah. Uncompromising men are easy to adore. That's the best word for Cap. He's uncompromising.
Very much. Yeah. I really became a bigger fan of him because I didn't know a whole lot about him before. Like, my thing was always X-Men and Spider-Man, but, like, I've been reading Civil War to catch up to the movie, and then plus just seeing Evans in this role, I've become a big Captain America fan.
Now, how close are you to finishing?
I finished today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Gotta say, I was let down by the ending, though.
Everybody was, I think. I was too.
100 and how many comics?
106.
106.
Wait. You did that version of Civil War?
Yeah.
Good.
Exactly.
Gosh.
That's what I was talking about.
We need to give him some sort of a medal or something, man. Free dinner.
100
on the Incredible D podcast.
I'm sorry, who was that again?
Simply Incredible podcast.
Look,
dinner.
When it's free something, it's my podcast. When it's congratulations, it's yours, Troy.
I'd like to introduce our first winner of the annual Simply Incredible podcast free dinner to Josh JPZ.
You know what? I'm gonna give him a free Gatorade.
Giggity.
And you're almost halfway through with it.
Giggity, baby.
Yeah, but there's some moments in Civil War. All the good ones are either Spider-Man or Captain. Like, he gives this inspiring speech to Spider-Man. He's like, the river, all these people are like a river just beating against you. You just plant your feet like a tree and you tell them, no, you move.
No, you move. I love that. Man, that is great.
And he was, the Punisher, like, shot these two bad guys, and, like, Captain just starts wailing into him, just beating the crap out of the Punisher. He's like, you guys know the Punisher. He's just this merciless killer. He'll kill anybody. But he's like, nah, I won't fight you, Captain. Not you. Anybody but you.
That's the best, right? Oh, dude. Now, I remember I did read like a couple of the Civil Wars with Wolverine that were incredible, but I can't believe you did all of those.
Yeah, I
you,
did the
man.
7 issues.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, like that.
Honestly, it didn't add a lot.
Well, yeah,
I added
I
a
agree.
lot of time.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I tell you what, though, this movie, you said one thing. Remember when he was grabbing the helicopter in the trailer? That was one of those things where they just did a quick cut, and I was like, I bet you a lot of people missed that. Did you see he was grabbing the helicopter back?
I was like,
Yeah.
that
That's
was
awesome.
Yeah.
And then introducing in this movie
Black Panther.
Black Panther. I can't wait.
I
That
am
costume
so
looks
excited.
amazing.
Dude, I got
I've already
chills right there.
pre-ordered my pop vinyl figure for that.
Man, it looks excellent.
Seeing
I love that
him
character.
in that dead sprint.
Yeah.
I was like, that dude looks like he could win in a
My
race
favorite
against Cap.
glimpse of him was he was just standing there, and you see him just kind of looking at what's going on. I was like, oh,
See, now in this
that
movie,
looks so good.
Oh, it looks good.
in this movie, it looks like he's on Stark's side, but in the comic, he was always on Captain's side.
I don't know, because I think, it could be one of those things, just like Batman v Superman, where there's an antagonistic beginning, but something draws him back in.
You think he's the one that switches?
Yeah, I think he's the one who's going to start with Tony and then kind of go to Cap.
I kind of think that too, because like that was Spidey's big thing in the comic run, was he was the one that started with Stark, and he's the one that flopped over to Captain. Yeah. I think Black Panther's going to take this role.
Yeah.
I honestly think, this is just a guess, but I think the only thing we're going to see is Spidey is like maybe a cameo of like showing him on TV being the one that takes his mask off. And
if they do that, I'll be ticked off because number one, I would love to see Spidey actually unleash at least a little, at least a single scene where he is Spider-Man, not just, hey, I'm the new guy in the suit, just wanted to say hi, go watch my movie.
All right,
that would tick me off,
Yeah, it'd be kind of funny.
Have
you seen a big spider web and said, watch my movie?
and then just like, as the camera waves, he waves as it goes by.
It's like Charlotte's Web in the corner.
There you go.
That's some pig.
Another guess I have about this movie is usually before anybody gets a solo movie, they're kind of introduced in the movie preceding. So who are we getting in December? Doctor Strange.
Dude, yeah, I thought about that too.
I think he's got to be. I kind of think maybe he's going to be the resolution to this movie. I think he's going to show up at the end and do something to fix the Civil War.
Or at least put in play the next chapter. Because the one thing that I love about comic books, especially the way they're doing them now, back in the day, you had a lot of issues that were finite. They didn't have like the serial cliffhanger like they do now. Now I think they got a pretty good balance. You want to take and tie up enough loose ends to be satisfying, but you also want to take and draw them into the next storyline too, which I think Marvel does a real good job of that.
Definitely.
So, man, if they did have Doctor Strange in there, that would be a real big winner. But with Black Panther, they're going to have shots of Wakanda, they said, too. So you're going to see more than just him kind of cameoing. He's going to have a decent part.
I mean, that's one of those movies I'm really looking forward to.
And I think that's kind of why he's not on Cap's side. I think something happens where he's going after Bucky. And then, Cap's got to, hey, wait, that's my boy. What are you doing? I think that's kind of what that run was about.
With Iron Man. Cap and
the
Bucky, that was phenomenal.
Amazing.
Originally, I said, it's like, well, Iron Man can just shoot him across the room. Though, if you watch that trailer, the way they're doing it, he's never has a chance.
Balance.
Yeah.
He has no chance to.
He never gets his hand up to get
a
blast off.
Because after I watched it more times, I was like, oh, that makes it so much better.
It's on point.
Dude, what I love, the choreography there, they look like they are just of one mind. And in perfect sync. Like, no, I know where you're going. Yep, gotcha. Here,
that shield bouncing back and forth between them, hitting back and forth.
Because, dude, right? I mean, dude, how many times can Cap? There's not very many people he's gonna throw this shield to and say, "Get him here, take this and get him." But Bucky, get him, dude.
Yes. Oh man,
it does look so good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't think there's anybody that saw Winter Soldier who's not chomping at the bit.
Yeah.
I think this is gonna win this summer. As far as me, this is gonna win it.
Yeah. Now, spoiler: they got a pop. They already released a pop vinyl, and they're calling it Giant Man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah. He's gonna be a big, huge pop too.
Yeah.
I've already pre-ordered that one too.
Dude, if they start pulling stuff like that, I'm gonna lose my mind. That's a table race.
Because they show in the trailer, Black Panther just like roundhouse kicks the crap out of Ant-Man. You're like, well, he's done.
Dude, that dude's a thief, man. He can shrink. He can't fight. He did move good.
But here's a question:
he might have a keychain.
Who is Giant Man?
He's Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Is Ant-Man too?
Yeah. Well, in the comics, it was Henry Pym.
Yeah.
And he did it. Did Scott Lang? Did he have?
I'm not sure about
the
that.
ability to do both?
In the movie he could only shrink.
In the movie.
Yeah. Because I thought in the comics I thought he could get bigger as well. But I thought, well, Ant-Man, why would he be able to get bigger too?
I don't know why he had two names.
Then again, I thought about it, it's like he used to in the comics he ended up with Wasp, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, in fact, not only did he end up with Wasp, but they had like introduced domestic abuse into the Marvel universe. Because I tell you what, it's one of my favorite Captain America scenes. Cap finds out that he hits Wanda. And Cap is like, Cap's the wrong guy you want to find that out. Especially, I mean, he cares about her. That's a dear friend of his.
Yeah.
And he goes up and he lays a tail whooping on Ant-Man, or Henry Pym, Ant-Man, Giant Man. And at the very end, he's on the ground and he goes, hey, man, you need to get that big gash on your cheek checked out when we're done. And he goes, what gash? And all of a sudden, you see Cap's boot, whack, smash him right on his face. And he goes, that one.
That is awesome.
Dude, that was so cool. But he's a like a just like Marvel always wants to do. They want to take and humanize the hero. They want to give him these down points where they're struggling. Iron Man with his alcoholism, and with Henry Pym, that's kind of one of his things. He's unstable enough to be even abusive. I think that's one of the reasons they chose Scott Lang to be Ant-Man instead of the Henry Pym character. So I did not know that, man, that they're going to bring him in. That would be awesome.
I saw for Infinity War Part 1 and 2, they said upwards of 67 characters are going to be in that movie.
There's one I heard, was it Crossbones?
Wait a minute, you heard what?
Up to 67 Marvel characters in Infinity War Part 1 and 2.
Wow. Well, I know, because they're bringing in all of the Guardians of the
Galaxy.
Galaxy.
All of them, yeah.
Oh, dude. And it's a great time to be alive.
Yeah.
If you're a comic fan, you're like, oh,
glorious.
dude, this is great.
My only problem is I wish I were younger to be reaching this point now.
I don't. In fact, I'm the same way with this that I am about the UFC.
We can appreciate it because we saw the early stuff.
Because we also saw
the comics and everything.
What we wanted to develop, and now it's actually coming true.
Yeah. Like my son, he's 4. He's still a bit too young for these movies, so.
You're not going to take him to Daredevil?
No. Not Daredevil, not Deadpool.
Deadpool, excuse me, not Daredevil,
I know.
Deadpool.
Yeah, he can't go to Netflix either.
That's wow.
How old is he? 4?
4, yeah.
No, he's not doing the Netflix stuff yet.
No.
All right, so
Star
thumbs
Wars
up on
maybe. I'm thinking maybe Star Wars.
Come on, BB-8.
Oh, yeah.
He loves BB-8, don't he?
Yeah, he's all about BB. He loves it.
What's the next one? What do we got? Let's move on.
X-Men Apocalypse on May 27th.
I want
so
this
you
to
got,
be good.
You got these two.
I think you summed up all of our sentiments right there.
You
God,
got
I hope
these
this
two Marvel
doesn't
movies
suck.
coming out, 3 weeks apart?
2 Foxes and a real Marvel.
What are we gonna call this?
Ivan Ooze
Cosplay
portion of the. We looked before the podcast at some cosplayers. They looked apocalypse, and then you've got this guy in the movie.
They
He
blew
looks like some
Poe Dameron out of the water.
cheap bum.
Why in the
terrible.
world can't they do better when we saw those cosplays? If you guys want to see something, go to Google Image and look at some Apocalypse cosplay.
Yeah.
And see what those guys are doing, and then go look at a picture of the guy they got doing it now. I love the actor, but that costume is ridiculous.
We got Bryan Singer again.
I mean, they've got this.
We got Singered.
They've got this budget, and
Yeah.
It's like they not even try.
I just realized what I'm going to do when I win $1.5 billion. Come on, I'll finance my own X-Men movie. Make it right.
Daggum right.
Well,
Oh, dude, wouldn't that be? Oh, dude.
Yes.
I now have a thing. If someone asks me, "What are you going to do if you win the Powerball?" Are they drawing that tonight?
That's tonight at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
I gotta go buy a ticket.
Yeah, by the time this podcast is out, I'm gonna be a billionaire, and I may not actually even put the podcast out.
then you better shoot me some money right there, brother.
And you are
Nobody.
I forget some of my friends, but not the ones at this particular table.
Don't hate me, bro.
I'm gonna kill you. You know what?
Wait,
you know what?
You're gonna kill me by saying I'm not going to forget the ones at this table?
Yeah.
I thought you said that you did forget.
No, I said I'm
everything.
going to not forget the ones at this table. You know what? I just forgot.
I heard you.
If I win, then
You
you're
just got
forgotten.
twice as much.
If I win, you're forgotten. And I was gonna buy you.
I hope you give me that Batman back.
I was gonna buy you an island.
No, that'd be awesome.
I was gonna buy you the East Coast.
Which Florida key do you want?
Dude? I'll buy you the Keys.
That's awesome. Which Florida key do you want? That's hilarious.
I think our conversation taking a left turn from
Apocalypse
this
will do
movie
it.
says a
Apocalypse
lot.
will do it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's got some cool points in the trailer. Like, it shows him actually like swelling up like 2 stories tall. I was like, that's pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest problem I'm having with this, outside of X-Men First Class, I'm not invested in their ongoing development of this universe and the storylines. It's okay. Like, it's a popcorn movie for me. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I'm going to see it.
gonna
I'm
go see
definitely
it,
see
yeah.
it.
I don't think there's not
I mean,
very
all these
many.
movies I will see.
Right. There's not very many I wouldn't see,
Yeah.
because I'm like, look, man, you don't get that many opportunities for them to put a lot of money and effort into some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Even if it's not great, that's not a bad way to spend a few hours.
I mean, the CGI in
I
this
watched
stuff.
Fantastic Four.
Right.
I did too.
Gosh.
I mean, the CGI and the effects and stuff look great. Like, Storm's got those tornadoes tearing up the bridge and stuff. I was like, that looks like it's really happening. That looks pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And the biggest one that I didn't like Apocalypse's look. But to be honest, I haven't seen very much of the other ones. I saw the new Storm.
Storm looks alright. She looks like that 80s Storm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The 80s young Storm.
Yeah.
She looks almost exactly like her.
We got the
Young Cyclops.
Archangel shooting the razor blades out.
I'll tell you what, I thought that actually did look really good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm praying with crossed fingers that this is another X-Men First Class. I'm not expecting a lot from it, and
I'm not
hoping
either.
I'm going in
proven
with
wrong.
real low
Just
expectations
because
on
of
it.
the writer and the director, I'm not expecting a lot. There's
Singer.
one like
Singered.
1 second little shot in that trailer where Apocalypse says something like, "I've been looking for you guys" or something like that. And you can't see who it is. You see a silhouette of a guy. All you can see is his boots and a trench coat. And
Here
I'm like,
we go.
it's gotta be Gambit, please.
Do you think it's Lemmy?
Maybe. Did you say Lemmy?
He did say Lemmy.
Lemmy just passed
Oh,
away.
Remy
So I was
LeBeau?
giving him prompts.
Yeah.
Remy LeBeau? Monsieur Remy LeBeau?
Remy LeBeau.
Charge the car.
All right,
Charge
all
the
right.
car.
game.
R.I.P. Lemmy.
But yeah, I'm hoping he makes at least a cameo.
Yeah.
But what is he gonna have for Apocalypse? Not a
He was.
thing.
He's got a
He
deck
was
of
one of
cards.
the. He was one of the horsemen. I know he wouldn't be a horseman in this movie because they've already established who the horsemen are. But
I didn't
in the
know that,
comics,
was
yeah,
he?
he was a horseman. Yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't
Sinister
hang with Ric
controlled him.
Flair.
Sinister controlled him. Sinister always worked like real close with Apocalypse.
I love Sinister.
Me
That's
too.
a great
Yeah,
character.
that
They,
is.
they were talking. I'm sure it was just pure rumor, but they were talking Bryan Cranston as Sinister.
I heard that. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
I've
did
heard
hear
that too. Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, was Sinister? Was he in the Inferno storyline?
Seems
remember?
like it.
I
Seems
think
like
so.
it.
I do not remember this.
I remember. All I remember is that I really, really, really liked that story. I can't even remember what it was about more, except the fact that I loved it.
Was that the art? Did the art have like almost an oil painting kind of look to it?
No, not the one I was thinking. I'll have to bring. I'll bring a couple of the books in if I can remember to.
Okay.
Good stuff though.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this one again, I'll watch it. I'm definitely. I hate to say it. This can be pushed down further on the list for me.
I want it to be so good, but ugh.
Dude, me too.
Yeah, well, the next one isn't going to bring any excitement.
Well, let me ask you this:
Uh-huh.
what's the chances you think of Fox ever letting go of that?
No.
Never.
No, I don't think so because they can make out these movies and they're still going to make a lot of money.
Where do they go after
what I
this
thought.
one though? Because they've made the main trilogy, they've made the prequel trilogy. What do they do now?
And now they did the Days of Future Past and
Yeah.
Apocalypse. Those are two of the strongest of the X
Yeah.
title
Mhm.
storylines.
So where do they go from here?
I tell you what they could do. Remember what happened just the other year, last year, I guess. X-Men versus Avengers.
Ah.
Maybe Disney could do a crossover with them, just like they're borrowing Spidey. How about that for an idea?
That would be a good idea.
That would be excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you let them say, "Look, we'll give you the money, a bigger chunk if you let us handle the ball."
Yeah, exactly.
If they did that, yeah, I'd be on board all day.
Mhm.
Nice.
Dude, all right. So what's our next one?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Oh man.
Pass.
You hear the excitement in my voice?
I don't even want to go to the theater
Yeah,
for that one.
that's
I'll watch it at home.
That's June 3rd.
What'd you think of the first one that they just rebooted
I
just
thought
now?
it was just awful.
Despised it.
I didn't think it was despicable. Definitely not something I'm going to be like, oh, man, let me recommend that. I can't. It's not a great movie.
My favorite character is Splinter, and they made Splinter look ridiculous.
Yeah. My favorite thing was that they actually took them out of the puppet suits
Yeah.
and then did decent CGI.
They could have done that and made them look like the actual turtles. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what did you think about that idea of them being
That-
all different body
that looks
shapes and sizes?
ridiculous.
I didn't like it
hated
at all.
it.
What did you think about? What scene did you think was the one that people were talking about the most?
What, you talking about in the trailer or
No,
in the old
mo-
one?
in the movie, in the
first
old
movie?
movie, in the first movie.
First man?
Oh, on the mountainside.
Yeah. How big a mountain was this thing?
They slid for 2 days.
I
Yeah,
mean, it
right.
reminded me of the Fast and Furious on that airport.
yeah.
I was like, what's this thing, like 20, 30
The
miles long?
49 mile. Yeah.
Man.
And to me, I was like, wow, really?
It looks like they're doing the exact same thing in the second one because
Yeah,
they're in like some
exactly.
water thing sliding down the water now.
Yeah. It looks like something that's just going to be forgetful.
They're throwing
It's
it-
one I'll watch when it comes out. No, I mean, not.
I will too.
Not in theater. I will not watch.
No,
it.
I tell
I'm
you
not
what, I
ready for
will
that.
because Connor will probably be like, "Hey man, Friday night, let's do it." Okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey,
No, right?
well, the other thing about it was this: when they
I'll watch it
introduced
online when it gets on there.
Radio.
Rocksteady and some of those other characters,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of, in a bad way too, not in a good way, reminded me of the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle
The
movies.
CGI doesn't even look good. It looks cartoony.
It looked cartoony.
Yeah.
It looked that's what I thought the old movies did. I was like, these don't even really look good. They look like the Muppets trying to do this.
They're trying to get the teenagers on board with Megan Fox and everything. I just
No, and I don't. Especially when you read some of the actual Eastman and Laird stories, and they're played so much more straight. I tell you what it is. It's a money grab.
they got what's Era's name? Something Amell or whatever.
Yeah, Stephen Amell.
Stephen, he's Casey Jones. That might actually be good.
Is he?
And I didn't know that. That right there.
I like that idea.
That
I
actually.
I think he's a really good actor.
I like that guy. He's really. I mean,
I'll tell you something
good
he
in
did.
Arrow.
I don't know if we talked about this before, but he did a WWE pay-per-view.
He's a huge fan.
Yeah, I mean,
WWE
he did
fan.
something that I've never seen any guest do. He got on the turnbuckle and jumped, not in the ring, outside of the ring on people. I was like, wow, this guy could get hurt doing this for real.
Did you see?
And yes, we all know it's not real. I was joking earlier about saying it was real, but we know it's not real.
He admitted it.
But-
Record this moment.
But these guys get hurt for real. in this
when you're
stuff,
jumping
doing
off a
that stuff.
turnbuckle,
Oh, yeah.
there ain't nothing fake about landing
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
that
no
ground.
kidding.
I mean, these people get hurt all the time.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
You got an actor that's
Under
not-
contracts and stuff, yeah.
I mean, and he's just hyping his show and stuff. And
Well, man,
that's impressive.
He takes his training for that show really,
Yeah.
really serious.
I mean,
'Cause
he's a stout dude.
yeah, he's pretty stout. And I tell you what, I didn't know that he's going to be Casey Jones. That right there is another reason I'll go see it. And like I said, I'm not expecting big things from the story. I think the CGI looks cartoony, but with him in there, yeah,
I
I'm
think he
there.
could be a good Casey Jones.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of Casey Jones as a character, period. I think that's kind of a lame idea to have. I got this guy, and I don't want nothing but hockey pads. Oh,
He's got
God.
the roller skates going.
I'm not wearing hockey pads. I am.
I think they're going to throw
They-
Krang in there, too, actually.
Oh, it's the Krang?
I think so.
Now, which Krang?
The actual, like, humanoid with the brain in the stomach.
Like in the
80s mode.
Oh, because I know it's going to be in the new cartoonish or the old stuff. The Nickelodeon we've got now.
No, it's not like
Okay.
the metal, but like the actual man-looking thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I don't know. Yeah, I'll wait for DVD
Krang
for
hair,
that one.
Krang hair.
Now, hey, when your son gets older, like enough to where you guys go out on Friday nights and stuff, you still wouldn't say, "Hey, come on, we'll go check it
Nah,
out."
if he wants to watch it, I'll go with him for anything. Yeah.
And I
Good
sorry
dad.
for that for both of y'all.
Oh, dude.
I'll be at home playing video games on my Xbox. Bam!
If I can support my wife with Twilight, I can support my kid
Oh.
with Turtles.
Yeah, right,
Oh.
right. Good for you.
I tried to watch that. I mean, as soon as he started glistening in the sun, I was like, I'm done.
I was
That
completely.
was like 15 minutes into it.
I was completely blinded by the movie. I was like, all right, another vampire movie. This will be good. Wait, what are they doing? Why are they glistening? What is it?
Yeah, that
Dude,
part.
I did too.
And you guys remember Beverly Hills 90210?
Yeah.
Because he kept going in there like, what's that guy's name? Was it Dylan?
I don't remember
Kind
it
of going
that
in like
well.
a James Dean kind
Uh-huh.
of character.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
I
yeah.
see
I was
that.
like, well, I saw him walking to that school. I was like, this guy's like 50 years old walking into a high school.
That's the
Awful.
dream for all of
I was
us.
like, what the?
Dude,
Okay,
awful.
and he just spoke for himself right there.
Dude.
The thing about 18-year-olds, the older I get, they stay the same age.
Somebody's popular. It's not me. Next.
Giggity. That's
Yeah.
the sound effect I have.
Next is Suicide Squad.
Skip.
Wow.
No, I'm there.
I'm there.
I'm not even going to watch it on DVD. Skip completely.
It's because it's a DC movie, not because it looks just awful.
No, it's just 'cause
I'm
it
a
looks
huge
awful.
fan of the Suicide Squad, and I don't see much to say yay about.
I'll watch the Harley Quinn clips on YouTube.
Oh, good Lord.
That's awful.
Yeah. Well, he's going to be in there with 18-year-olds watching it. But
Nah, it just does not
I'm
look
such
good.
a huge fan of the comics and stuff, but it's just, man, it's got nothing.
How do they sustain this as a comic book? Because like I saw Assault on Arkham, the short
Mm-hmm.
little animated movie, but how do they go from week to week? Like, do they always have those neck things on? Like always being threatened to be
No,
killed?
well, I think they actually do, yeah. But they, like, some of the, like, it's kind of cool because they have interchanging characters coming in and out,
Oh, okay.
which I think is really cool. So it's almost like a focus on a character, then working our way around.
Ah,
But
The-
right now with the new stuff, they really focus on Harley a lot because she's hugely popular.
now do we know at all? Is that actually Affleck as Batman in there?
That I have not seen for sure, but I would assume it would be.
I think it is, and I think that's one of the 6 movies that
Yeah.
he's contracted for. You know what I'm saying? And they're not all going to be like a Batman trilogy and a full thing where he's the Justice League, guy. They're going to have these little things, I think.
See, now can y'all get down with the whole Joker and Harley looking like just prison inmates all tatted up and everything?
I can for Harley. I can't for the Joker.
I can't for either one of them.
No?
No.
The Joker don't have a grill. I mean, come on.
I mean, for all these years I've been
The Joker
looking
don't
at
look like that.
the Harley Quinn stuff. It looks like nothing like anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of think they're trying to get her to look like the New 52, and I like the run, the comic book run, but the old run in the 2000s, that was the great Harley. That was the hey pudding and all that stuff. Yeah. It's cheesy, but it worked really well. It worked.
I don't think this is gonna work.
I just knew when she's really kind of on her own in the new comic, and she works with Power Girl some and stuff like that, but it's not the same.
They're trying to make her like overly ditzy, like. In her prison cell, she has like, it almost reminded me of Silence of the Lambs at the end of the movie where Anthony Hopkins was in that like round prison cell in the middle of a room.
Yeah.
She's in that, and they gave her like a swing, and she's like swinging in the middle of the cell. It's like, who would do that?
Are you the devil?
Yeah.
Like, what?
I never read even a single story in the comics of Suicide Squad, so I have no idea what the storyline is. And when I saw that, I kind of had that same feeling. Like, why would they have a swing in there for her?
I don't know why they would have a swing in there for her. The only thing I can think of is they are trying to keep her away from everyone else.
Or they're trying to placate her, to be like, hey, just keep her happy, man. She might be a useful tool, Keep her, so that we could use her.
But the woman playing Amanda Waller, she really looks the role.
I thought she looked like Harley.
Oh, I'm talking about the woman who plays Amanda Waller. Not
No, I'm talking about the girl who plays Harley.
Yeah,
you guys said that she
Margot
didn't look
Robbie.
like her with the tats.
No, she does not look like her with the tats. No.
The what did she got? The pigtails and the kind of darkened eyes.
Well,
you don't think that's
no? When I think of Harley Quinn, I think of one side of her hair being blue, one side red, and she's got like this checkered outfit on. Like it's got the little diamonds on it. And in this movie, she just looks like she's got really short jeans and a tube top.
We were talking about the Ivanus and the cosplayers. I've seen cosplayers for Harley that look
blow
her out of the water. I've seen you go over to the mall and look at like the little promo posters they have at Spencer's of girls as Harley, and they blow this girl out of the water.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when I first heard Margot Robbie, I was like, oh, she's gonna knock it out.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She is phenomenal, and that voice she had in that, it's like that's kind of a Harley voice.
But you don't have any confidence that she's going to bring that to bear here?
I don't think it's that. I don't think the directors and stuff are going to have her go that direction.
Yeah, I have the confidence in her, but not the writing of the movie.
Now, what did you think about when they were talking about the Joker, Jared Leto's performance just being so far out there that he will not disappoint? Does that give you any confidence in that?
No, not really, no.
From what I've seen, I mean, I've only seen that one line, but it came off super cheesy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I worry about that. It's tough to follow.
See, okay. I'm showing Troy a picture of the new 52 Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
And let's see if I can find one of the old Harley Quinn so you can see kind of.
Now the old ones I know.
See this?
Yeah, that's kind of.
I mean that's.
Let me see.
That's classic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean this is from like the 2000s or the Batman Adventures. So I don't expect her to dress like that with a.
They said they were basing it off the new 52, that roller derby kind of look.
But,
that's what I would look at that and think roller derby.
Yeah.
She's a cute girl.
See, well, here's a picture of something from the new 52 that, again, I know people on here cannot see this picture. You know what? I'll put some pictures behind so you can see.
Yeah.
But do you see?
Hey, also leave that in the comments if you liked when the D put some of those pictures along with the podcast or not. See if you.
But do you see what I'm saying? That this Harley does not look like what's in the new 50 in the movie.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
I mean this is more my Harley Quinn.
Gotcha.
It's like a cotton candy lollipop girl kind of.
Yeah. I hope it comes out good. I'm gonna see it, and I'll see it in theater, hoping that it's gonna be good.
I'll see all of these in the theater. If they're a comic book movie and they're just not something that totally smacks of being like that's not even well done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see it. This one, another one that I'm no expectations at all. I have zero expectations that this will be good.
I'll let you
Which
guys
is actually kind of good going into a movie with nothing behind it.
I'm telling you, did that with First Class and came out, and I was like, that was one of the coolest things I've seen in a long time.
But here's the thing: you had a basis in that.
Yeah.
This you really don't have much into it at all.
You're gonna come out of this movie and be like, man, I want to go watch Fantastic Four.
Oh, that is not gonna happen.
Don't jump the shark.
That
Josh.
will not be our new.
Don't jump the shark.
Too far.
Well, yeah, you've just been apocalypsed.
You've been apocalypsed.
I've been singered.
You've been dairied.
And the last movie for this year Doctor Strange, and that's all the way in November.
Woohoo! I love that we're ending on a high note because those
Yeah.
other ones I've been
Yeah.
like, man, this is bringing me
Yeah.
down.
I'm super excited about this one.
You just want to be Cumberbatched.
Dude, Cumberbatch is awesome. Rachel McAdams.
Yep.
She's a great actress.
Yes.
Incredible.
Really good.
Hottie too, man.
Oh my
I
goodness.
mean, Cumberbatch, I don't know if he's really done much besides Sherlock. He's got a couple movies, but everything I've seen him in is phenomenal.
Everything is gold with him.
Dude.
Yeah.
I even loved him. He was in Star Trek Beyond Darkness.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, because I hadn't been real familiar with his work either. And I saw that. I was like, I don't know who that is, man, but he is awesome.
Yeah.
As a bad guy, that's great.
His voice work as Smaug in Lord of the Rings was awesome.
His CGI, you know, as he was acting
Yeah.
that part out. Yeah.
Yeah, we
He
talked
just-
about that last week, I believe
Dude,
it was. And it's like,
love
man,
that.
I mean, it's really weird to see them do that and how intense and how much they're getting into it.
Dude, I loved it.
In a dark suit with a bunch of bubbles on you.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to have somebody of that kind of, you know, cut from that kind of cloth for Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he looks like a very like classic actor. And, yeah, he's just like. Yeah,
Which I love. I don't want them to have somebody who is, for all intents and purposes, trendy. I want somebody who's like classically trained, you know. Somebody like, you know, back in the day, it would have been probably Jeremy Irons or somebody like that,
Yeah.
you know, that you
I
would have
agree.
said, yeah,
I
man,
could
he
definitely
could.
see him
I agree,
back
yeah.
in the day.
Yeah.
He could
for
do
sure.
Shakespeare in one thing and then a Die Hard, you know, bad guy in another.
Yeah.
You know, which is awesome.
Which is odd how a lot of British voice men play bad guys.
Yeah.
Dude, there's
Is
so
that-
many
is that-
foreigners doing comic book heroes.
Yeah.
Look at it. I mean, Christian Bale,
Yep.
English.
I didn't realize he was English.
Oh, yeah. Henry Cavill, same thing.
Yeah, I knew he was.
Hemsworth, Australia. Wolverine,
Wolverine,
Australia.
yep, yep.
I mean, come on now.
Now is there any Americans doing anything?
Chris Evans, baby.
We got Cap.
Thank God. If they would have had a Brit, I would have said, I can't see this movie, man.
You can't have our British
can't.
Captain America.
Maybe we could bring Captain Britain in.
Yeah. They got him.
Let's
Yeah.
just go ahead and skip that right now.
I used to have that figure back in
We'll
the
have Ben
that
Affleck
action,
do it.
action figure.
Captain
Piss
Canuck.
him off, dude. He'll
That'll
be
learn him.
mad. Ha ha.
Let's bring in Captain Canuck.
Dude, Captain could
I
not.
actually bought that a comic book. I was like, yeah, I can't really get behind this one too much. Sorry.
Dude,
I really
Yeah.
like one.
Entertainment Weekly released like the first thing of Cumberbatch in the full Doctor Strange costume.
I saw it.
I
Spot
have not
on.
seen that.
Oh, it's spot on.
But I
Dude,
think
it
that-
is great. I
I mean,
think so
just
too.
when I look at him, I can imagine that he just got that look for that role. He
I
just
can't
looks
wait.
it.
I kept waiting because one of my favorite things to do is when they have like, you know, different concept arts, and now you got Photoshop where they'll take and put different actors like Johnny Depp, see what he would look like,
Ah, yeah.
Doctor Strange up, you know, or Viggo Mortensen. They had him done up, and I was like, man, who are they gonna get? Well, when you saw Benedict, you're like, oh man, okay, show me something. And when I saw that, man, so bullseye. And I tell you what, he's got that way about. Anybody who ever saw him do the Smaug, you know, work, you believe that this guy will go 100%.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
He's gonna go for it. And this, I
If
think
you've
you
seen
need to.
Sherlock, you know he's going for it.
Ah.
Great series.
Yeah, and if you haven't
Great.
seen that, you need to watch it. That's a great series.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Hey, it's funny because the other night, I guess they had that show, Elementary, which
Yeah.
is also
Yeah.
a Sherlock
Yeah.
Holmes
I
kind of
refuse
take.
to watch that one.
I saw a little bit of it. I was like, no.
Not even.
It's not even close.
That's
no.
You know, as much as I love Robert Downey Jr. too, he doesn't even compare to Sherlock. Benedict is the Sherlock.
Yeah, he is phenomenal.
And
And they're on Netflix if you want to see it.
was that Sherlock?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Dude, that's awesome.
They were up, and then they took them down for a while, so that's cool. They're back up.
Oh, did they take him down?
Yeah,
I might have to go back and look because I thought they were still on there.
nice.
Oh no!
Hey, maybe we ought to save that for next week. Is talking about all the Netflix stuff that we have with Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and the new season.
Uh huh.
That's cool.
Now I will mention one other thing that was supposed to come out this year, and that was Gambit. And they finally started. They will start filming in March.
They just finalized that, right?
Yeah,
Made it official.
Yeah, this past week. And I was like, well,
And, you know,
I
you
guess they tricked me because I thought this movie would never be made.
Anybody that knew that Channing Tatum was involved with this movie, like we can see the hair swooping over and shaved up the side.
Stalker.
We we knew that was like coming, but like he's catching a lot of bad feedback about that because people don't know. So like he was at the Golden Globes the other day and they were just tearing him apart for his hair. I was like, dude, he's Gambit. That's Gambit.
Oh, gotcha.
You know, it's funny. A lot of actors and actresses, you know, they go to all these award shows, but they have to prepare for all these other movies, and
Yeah.
people they'll rip them apart. It's like, well, he or she is preparing for something.
Yeah.
Sometimes their hair changes. Sometimes they have to grow a beard. Sometimes,
Exactly.
yeah, these women do grow beards.
Yeah, yes, they can.
But these things happen.
I think Gail Godot, she started growing a beard with all the steroids she was doing for Wonder Woman.
You gotta do it. You gotta pay for it.
Shaving. Sorry, that's not true.
Still not gonna know. We can braid it.
Yeah. Did you guys watch the Golden Globes?
No.
Nah, I didn't.
Even a little bit?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Well, I guess we won't talk about that.
I'd
Well,
spoil
you
it.
can talk about it if you want, but you're like,
Well, they had a couple of points on there that were really kind of good, but I'll tell you the one thing that kind of caught my eye was how the host Ricky Gervais created a little bit of drama with Mel Gibson. He really blasted him, because they had I think this is his 6th Golden Globe that he has hosted, and he had made a comment about Mel Gibson when he had that whole driving drunk thing that was released, the video, or I'm sorry, the audio tape and stuff, and he just brought it right out to bear again, man. And Mel shot back at him, and in the middle of Mel getting ready to do his thing that was scheduled, Jarvis walks back out on stage and says something that was bleeped out.
Oh, really?
And looks at him like, what? Well, like, what are you going to do? You ain't going to hit me, Braveheart, and walked off. And basically it was
I did not even hear about this.
It was a real douchebag move, man. I looked at it and I was like, so many guys were like, yeah, I'm so glad, I'm like, whatever, man. That's classless.
One thing I did hear, and I thought it was what's that young guy, Adam Sandberg?
Yeah.
Andy Samberg.
Yeah,
Andy Samberg.
And I thought it was him that said this. May have been Ricky. But he said the only person that Affleck has not cheated on was Matt Damon.
Oh.
I thought that was absolutely hilarious.
When did he say that?
Somebody said at the award show.
Oh, this week?
I thought it was him, but maybe it had been Ricky Gervais. I don't know.
God,
But
man, that is so rough, man.
When I heard that, I was like, that's absolutely hilarious.
All that stuff is funny, but man, to take a shot at somebody like that, it's like, you guys suck. I don't want my award. I'm staying home. I'll tell you who looked incredible, Jennifer Lawrence.
Did she trip this time?
No, in fact,
that's her signature.
dude, I tell you what, she looked classy Hollywood. Absolutely stunning. I mean, there's a lot of beautiful women in Hollywood, but when she was on there, I mean, she's probably one of the most beautiful women.
No, Beckinsale.
Oh, dude, she's right there with her then.
Okay, what's your top 5 for 2016?
Okay,
top 5 comic book movies.
First is going to be Captain America, Civil War. All right, second, Batman v Superman.
Oh,
yeah, and you know what? That could actually go back and forth with Doctor Strange. I hate to put Doctor Strange above them because I grew up so into Batman, Superman, so that's why. But Doctor Strange, I think, is going to be great. Deadpool. Deadpool is great, and I love him in the comics, and I think this movie is going to be a real good Deadpool movie, a good movie, period. But, it's just not one. It's a tough field this year.
Yeah, it is a huge field, just loaded.
And to be honest, out of the other ones, what do we got? The Turtles and Suicide Squad. I probably have to.
You had Doctor Strange, Apocalypse.
Yeah, then I'm going with X-Men, Apocalypse. Yeah, and that's so sad. I even forgot him off the list, dude.
Yeah.
I have to because I'm an X-Men fan. I have been since
I mean, there's other movies I've done in my top 5. Picking just 5 comic movies, that is kind of tough.
Yeah, for this year's 5, which one do you like?
I'll say Civil War definitely number 1. I'm gonna give X-Men number 2 just because I really want it to be good.
Oh yeah,
I really want it to be good.
That is a true fan. That is not a bandwagon fan. Right there.
3 is definitely Deadpool. 4, Doctor Strange, and really that's all I got. I mean,
you have to pick 5.
Batman and Superman, maybe.
Wow, you're almost not even gonna put him on the list.
Not really.
You're the
that,
toughest audience.
That is some serious hatred for DC right there. That's what that is.
Like if I didn't see it in theater, it wouldn't hurt my feelings.
Wow, man.
That stings a little.
As a comic
Feel
nerd,
the burn, man. Feel the burn.
But you know what? Comic nerds are like that. You've got some that will see everything.
It's
and
not.
that's me. But then you have some that are like, if it's not done right, you have tainted it, and I'm not going.
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
not
him.
a brand thing. It's just I don't think the movies look good.
You just don't think it's worth watching?
To me, I think this year's really top heavy with the top 2 for me.
Oh yeah.
To me, I had Deadpool first.
first.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this. I think Ryan Reynolds is gonna kill this.
It's gonna be a good movie.
I think rated R movie
Over Cap.
Cap is second.
Okay.
I mean,
Cap is second
to
to
me,
no
I
one.
think it's right there. 1, 2.
Cap is
and
never
then-
second.
and then, yes, he took a number 2.
Oh God.
And then I think there's a space
Yeah, definitely.
for the rest of the field.
I agree.
And then I've got look, I went too far away from Mike. I've got Batman. And then I'm looking at the list I have, and I'm thinking about changing it as I'm looking at it. Because I'm thinking Strange, Suicide Squad, Apocalypse.
Really, you're not excited for Strange?
That's what I was thinking, man. Not excited for it.
No,
Oh man,
I don't. I mean, I don't have a lot of back in the story.
didn't even
Yeah.
mention X-Men. Man,
I know it didn't even make his list.
bruh.
That's rough.
I did. I said Suicide Squad, Apocalypse, and Strange. All
You
like
put
that
them
group.
all in the OK Corral and said
Yeah.
rock and roll.
Yeah.
See,
They
now
all
if you,
fight it out,
Yeah.
and whoever wins, I'll go see.
Yeah.
see now, if you let me pick Warcraft, I'd throw Warcraft in as 5 and get rid of
Warcraft
Batman.
sucks.
Warcraft.
Now I'm gonna tell you this: IMDb, they had a fan vote. The top 5: number 5, Deadpool; number 4, Apocalypse; and this is where I get ticked off right here. Number 3, Civil War;
Fail.
Wow, man. I thought he was going to say Turtles.
2 Suicide Squad;
Fail.
and
Strange.
1 Batman.
Oh.
I'm like, wait a minute, you seriously put Suicide Squad and Batman ahead of? No.
Suicide Squad doesn't belong on a top 10 list out of top 5.
I honestly. Wow.
And the joke just got there.
Buzzing.
Derry.
I mean, I hope Suicide Squad surprises me, but I don't think it will.
I don't either.
No.
It's strange, is like I say. I mean, to me, there's a long time between now and that for me to actually see trailers and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But right now, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
well, we'll see.
Okay, then let's say this. Last question of the night. What do you think is most likely, not what you think will be, but what you think is going to be most likely the sleeper hit out of that bottom field?
Oh,
Which one of those do you think will be the surprise?
Just comic movies?
Yeah, just out of the ones that we've talked about. I'm telling you, if I had to pick one out of those, it'd be Strange. Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I think Strange.
no, I mean, I think Strange to me is one of those. It could completely go either direction, as of right now. But when I say Cumberbatch, I'm like, I would give him the benefit of the
I
doubt.
mean,
with
even
that.
Ant-Man was breaking some records there for a while. It did pretty well.
I thought that was good. I wouldn't say that's gonna be like a top movie.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't that
I
great.
mean, are we
and
going
it
by
did-
box office success on these?
Yeah.
If we say box office, then I would put Batman, Superman probably number 2.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I'd put Civil War 1 and then Batman second. I'd
Unfortunately.
probably put Deadpool third and Apocalypse fourth. If you go by financial.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
the people that aren't heavily invested in the comic books, I still see a lot of people going to see Doctor Strange just because they're invested with the Marvel movies now.
Well, not only that, but they're Benedict fans. He's got
Yeah.
some,
Yeah.
real,
I mean, he's gonna get a lot of overseas with
rabid
that.
fans.
Yeah,
you know,
a lot of the Sherlock fans will be there for it.
Oh, for sure.
dude. Yeah, I can't wait. This is
And they
gonna
could
be a
make
good
it
year.
fantastic. They could make it an excellent movie.
Oh, I'm telling you, the way they are talking about it, he's going to be all over multi dimensions and parallel universes, and yeah. So,
And you know it's going to have character tie-ins and everything.
well, that's it, because they even had at the last Captain America, they were talking about Stephen Strange, as one of the Easter eggs when
Yeah,
they were under
yeah.
observation.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I'll tell you what, as good as this year is with those comic book movies, like you said, there's a lot of great ones that are still coming out that are just sci-fi.
Yeah.
World of Warcraft, you got what is it?
I'm looking forward to that one and Jungle Book. Like I'd
Jungle Book
I'd go
does
see
look
Jungle
good.
Book in IMAX just because I think it's going to be a visual treat. It's going to
Dude,
look awesome.
that's a great idea. Yeah, in IMAX, that would be pretty.
I would
good.
see it in regular theater. I don't really want to take the drive for that.
Get off of my podcast.
Just joshing.
And that's gonna be your podcast. We're just joshing.
Giggity.
All right, hey, I think that was a
And-
good week right there.
And again, the questions of the week. Leave us some comments, guys. What is your top 5 comic book movies for this year? And for next week's, so a list of great shows that had awful endings. Because again, there's a bunch of them.
There's plenty to choose from.
Anything else, guys?
No, I think that's it.
That's it.
Thanks for being part of my podcast.
and you are the guy not getting part of my 1.5 billion now.
Darth Beezicus.
Not just 5 minutes ago, you were.
He's gonna buy you a key.
Oh, good. Good. A key to nothing.
A key to nothing.
Guys, and
we're out. Peace.
have an incredible week.